RJ Barrett is a very interesting player to say the least, in that many people either think he's going to be a superstar or a bust. And this is very fair given what we've seen from Barrett and Duke, as he showed the skills that could potentially make him a top option on a team, but also huge red flags that are very similar to the 2014 NBA first overall pick, who was Andrew Wiggins. At this point, Wiggins has been a bust in the NBA, as while he's had a few high scoring seasons, his inefficiency has been brutal, and his defense is basically non-existent. Barrett has drawn comparisons to Wiggins as we approach the 2019 NBA draft, and we'll take a look if he really is going to likely fall into his footsteps. We'll compare each player's games and find their similarities and differences, see how their stats in college compare, and break down the arguments of whether Barrett will be the next Andrew Wiggins or why he won't be. And before we get into it, if you want to see more daily NBA content just like this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, as your support is really appreciated and goes a long way in helping us grow. So on offense, Barrett was a high volume scorer in Duke at an unprecedented level. Barrett averaged 18.5 shots per game and took 703 shot attempts for the season, which was the most attempts in the ACC since 1990. Barrett obviously likes to shoot and doesn't hesitate at all, which isn't the main problem here, as what is concerning is his inefficiency. He shot 45.5% from the field, which is decent, 30.8% from 3, which is not good, and 66.5% from the free throw line, which is really not good. But to start off for some positives, Barrett was excellent at getting to the rim and showed the promise to be an elite finisher at the rim in the NBA. Barrett isn't very explosive, but he's long and crafty at finding angles to get his shot off. He's similar to Harden in the sense, as while Harden is pretty athletic, he relies mainly on craftiness and using long strides to get to the rim and finish with ease. But Barrett's shooting from the perimeter is a huge problem. He's a 6'7" wing, and shooting is a critical part of his game. First, he takes way too many inefficient pull-up mid-range twos, just like Andrew Wiggins. Taking long twos should not be a main part of a player's game, but it should be used as a bailout option when the shot clock is going down. Barrett takes way too many of these mid-range twos, and he needs to cut a lot of these shots out from his game. Also, Barrett being a 30% three-point shooter at the college level is bad enough, and at the NBA level, I'd expect that number to drop even more, at least in his first season. Defenders won't respect Barrett's jump shot, which will lead to them clogging the paint and daring him to shoot. This closes off Barrett's driving, which is arguably the best part of his game, and it also hurts his spacing for his teammates as well. Of course, shooting from the perimeter is one of the easiest things that can be improved in the NBA, but what's really concerning is Barrett's free throw percentage. He's shooting only 66.5% from the line, and it's well known that a player's free throw is one of the best indicators if a player has the potential to become a good shooter. Barrett's poor free throw percentage may be indicative of a player who may not become a good shooter with his current mechanics, and inconsistency at the perimeter may plague him in the future. This may mean that while Barrett could definitely improve his shooting, he might have to make a lot of changes to his shooting mechanics. So with all this in mind, perimeter shooting, or lack of shooting, is what has been the main draw in comparing Barrett to Wiggins as of now. As we take a look at Wiggins' freshman season in college, he shot similar numbers to Barrett. Wiggins was overall solid from the field like Barrett, shooting at a 44.8% clip, was below average from 3 at 34.1%, and he was actually above average from the free throw line, shooting 77.5%, which is much different than Barrett's 65% shooting from the free throw line. But Wiggins somehow got worse at shooting free throws when he got to the NBA, shooting only 69.9% last season and 73.5% for his career. Wiggins and Barrett are also similar in the sense that they are both volume scorers and thrive when they have the ball in their hands. This has been a huge problem for Wiggins recently, as we saw he struggled off the ball when playing with Jimmy Butler and Karl Anthony Towns. Barrett experienced this in college, and he really needs to improve his off-ball game in the NBA. This means improving his three-point shot and moving off the ball well with making smart cuts. This is because in the NBA he likely won't be the number one option on a team, especially as a rookie where he may be drafted by the Knicks or the Lakers. The Knicks are probably going to sign Durant and Irving, while the Lakers have LeBron James, Ball, Ingram, and others, so unless Barrett isn't traded to a team like the Pelicans or the Cavs, he won't have any chance at being the primary ball handler. If Barrett doesn't improve his off-ball game soon, He's definitely going to struggle in this area like Wiggins has throughout his entire NBA career. Defensively, Barrett has all the tools to be a great defender. He's 6'7" with a long 6'10" wingspan. But, just like Wiggins, while Barrett has all the physical gifts, he was a pretty below average defender at Duke. He got lost way too often off the ball with his assignment, and he needs to focus in on both ends of the floor. If not, he's wasting his physical tools and he'll end up being a mediocre defender in the NBA at best. So, after taking a look at Barrett through film and through the stats, he does seem like he is similar to Wiggins with shooting, off the ball, and defensive struggles. This makes it seem that Barrett may end up having a similar fate like Wiggins has had in the NBA, which is a volume scorer who is inefficient and puts up gaudy raw numbers but is an overall net negative for his team. However, I don't think Barrett will end up being the next Wiggins, and for two main reasons. First, Barrett is a much better playmaker than Wiggins. Barrett has shown flashes of being a tremendous secondary playmaker with great vision, in throwing passes ahead in transition, and on kickouts after driving to the basket. I think Barrett could definitely become a guy who can average around 5 assists per game, and make his teammates better. This is one big difference between Barrett and Wiggins, as all Wiggins can really do is score on low efficiency, as he's not a good playmaker at all for his teammates. And for the biggest reason why I think Barrett won't end up being like Wiggins is simply because he has a great work ethic. Barrett is very competitive, and he has shown the drive to work hard and wanting to be better. On the other hand, Wiggins seems like he's just content with where he's at, and he doesn't seem very interested in improving his game much after securing a max contract. I think Barrett will work hard and really try to improve the weaknesses in his game, and I believe this is what will separate him from going down Wiggins' path. So while I don't think Barrett will end up being a superstar in the NBA, I do think with his work ethic he'll be a solid 25-5 guy who will be a great second or third option on a championship contending team, and that is definitely not considered a bust in my book. So that's a wrap. Thank you all for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video and want to see more daily NBA content just like this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and also be sure to turn on post notifications so you can stay updated on when my next video will be coming out. Also follow me on Instagram and hit me up if you want to talk about basketball, business, or have any video ideas you want me to do. Let me know, as I do try to get back to all you guys there. Drop a comment down below. Do you think RJ Barrett will end up being the next Andrew Wiggins? What do you think RJ Barrett's potential is? Let me know down in the comments below. As I do read all comments, I'm definitely interested to see what you guys have to say. So, without that being said, once again, thank you all for watching, and hopefully, I will see you guys soon for my next video. Peace.